give them a warm welcome. First of all, let's put us together, folks, for Team Rossi. And Team Rossi led by a legendary coach right there, Jörg Rosov. And I know that Coach Roscoff is very confident about his team. Now also, folks, let's warmly welcome the opposing side, namely the team Pearson. Strong opponents right here, led by Jürgen Pearson, another legendary player in the past. All right. Obviously, everybody can tell this is a star-studded lineup. Let's get to know the teams better now, starting with Team Rossi. And first of all, from the female players, we have Elisabetta Samara. And followed by Chen Yi-Chen, Zheng Yijing. And also we have Gina Pota. And followed by Paul Drinkhall. And in Chinese, the name is also very nice, Jin Ke Huo Er. Very nice name. And of course, we also have Dima Ovtcharov, Ovtcharov. And last but not least, Shang Kun. Welcome. And now, the other team, the opponents, we have Ding Ning from Team Pearson. There you go. And also we have Sawettabut. And followed by Bernadette Szocs. And Saehyuk, Zhu Shihe. And Mizutani Zhen, Karlsson. And last but not least, Matthias Karlsson. All right, folks, now please join me in welcoming our referee team now. This is the time for our coin toss. Will our two captains or coaches step forward as well to join us for this moment? Thank you. 两位教练此时要是硬币来进行挑边和选队员出场的顺序。
Black. You have the red? Black.
All right. Jürgen, your turn. Who will be your first choice from your squad?
My first choice will be Sawettabut.
Sawettabut from Thailand. Why is that?
Yeah, we made that decision this morning. Yeah, I wanted to wait a little before I made a decision, but it felt good, and she was hot to start.
All right. Well, sizzling hot. That'd be great. We can't wait for that. And Jürgen, from your side, what's your response to his choice there?
Then I will put Samara in first place.
From Romania. Why is that?
She likes to start in such a competition, and yeah, we have good feeling with her, so we let her start.
And not to mention that she is also in great form as well.
I hope so.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, can't wait for that. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, and we can't wait for the great start right here. And would the two players step forward now? The first two players, yes, Samara, there you go. And also our Thai player, Sudasini, right here. Yes, please. All right, so we'll start the first game in just a few seconds after their warm-up exercise.
T2, session 2, and although we've only had one session to gauge it so far, this new way to play table tennis looks to be a winning formula. Team JJ and Team Mays went head-to-head in the first session, and now, of course, Jörg Roscoff and Jürgen Pearson bring their players to the table. 12 players, 6 matches, and this is the first one up. It's Sawettabut of Thailand against Elisabetta Samara, the Romanian, and it should be an interesting one. Just in case you're wondering what is different about this compared to the longer form of table tennis, well, it's a 24-minute match. When the clock's up, the match is up. Clock only stops for captain's timeout and match breaks after 2 games. That's a minute as well. And also for a kill zone game. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's no juice, you don't need a 2-point cushion. It can be 11-10 to win a game. Kill zone game is if the referee, well, they can call a kill zone game if there's 2 minutes or less left of the 24 minutes. So first to 5, the clock is stopped. We don't bother about the clock. It is fast moving, no huge warm-ups, 15 seconds between points. No more, or you might get a yellow card or indeed a red card. A yellow card struck first off is a warning. You can get a point deducted for a second yellow or a red. And the scoring, well, each game you win, you get a point for yourself and for your team. That's how it looks. Let's go through our players. This is Elisabeta Samara, the 28-year-old from Romania, European champion in 2015 in singles, 5 European Championship golds in doubles and mixed doubles as well, and the only European to reach a final of a Women's World Cup back in 2012. She had a serious knee injury in 2017. We hope that has cleared up for everyone's sake. And the Thai player, 23-year-old Suvasini Sawettabut, started playing at just 6 years of age, 4th at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore in 2010. A gold in the Southeast Asian Games 2 years ago, also in Singapore, so she likes this part of the world. Kareen Wong of Malaysia is our referee, and alongside me is Gavin Rungay.
Yeah, it should be interesting, this. An unusual tactic from Jorgen Persson, the wily old lad, who's put in Suthasina. I thought he would have possibly gone for Ding Ning in the number 1 position, but he hasn't. So maybe this is a clever introduction and clever tactic right at the start.
So, clock on to 24 minutes. We'll count down from there. We're underway. First blood to Samara. Speaks 4 languages. Good start from Samara from Team Rossi, the team of Jörg Roskopf. If you're wondering why it's called Team Rossi, he's known as the German Rossi. I'm sure Gavin will explain more later. Not just the one ball played with, we have ball boys with lots of table tennis balls around, so we keep the game going as quickly as possible. Each game equals a point, but if you win the match, you win some money for yourself as well, $1,000. It is very much a team game, this. 6 in a team, we've got 4 teams, we go all the way through to December. Our 6th and final stop here at the T2 Cavern in southern Malaysia. And that'll be where the top 4 players and the top 2 teams battle it out to be crowned champions. And they're only supposed to have 15 seconds between points, including the towel break as well. And it's been a good start to the match for these two. 3 apiece, and both looking competitive. That's great work defensively from Sawettabut.
A wonderful flick there. Quite a tough little side and topspin reverse serve to read.
It's Asia against Europe. We've talked in the first session about the different styles you tend to get from the different continents. But these players cancelling each other out at the moment.
And that's good if you're nervous in any way, just to let out a little cho there. A little sign of getting yourself fired up.
4-7. Let.
Umpire just signalling to Samara just to throw the ball up. The regulated 15 centimetres.
7-5.
Of course, you allowed the towel break, which they're having now after each set of 6 points, but it has to be a lot quicker than you might see. Say you were watching the Olympics, they take their time there, and there's no set amount of games you have to win the match. It's just when the clock finishes, who's ahead. And if they're playing as the clock ticks down, whoever's ahead when the clock gets to 0 wins that last game. And if it's level, then we have a deciding point, just the 1 point. Oh, great rally. It's a shame for Samara because that reaction shot halfway through almost deserved to win the point. A little tucked up there. Certainly had time to think about the shot.
Sometimes those shots are the hardest ones to play when there's not actually any speed or momentum on the ball when you strike it. That's when your technique has to be really, really good.
9-7.
What an unbelievable start.
Hit that really hard. So game points. Oh yes. Slap that across the table. Look at this. Made the space, that little dink shot, and then absolutely leathered the return. And it is 1 game to Team Persson, 1 game to the tie. What a good start for her. She has 2 junior titles. And we said she's done well in Singapore across the border. We're in Johor in the rather marvellously named T2 Cavern, with spectators enjoying themselves, whether it's in the VIP seats,
Team Rossi to serve.
in the comfort zone you can see at the top of the picture, or in fact the bleachers across to our right hand side. And I wonder what Elizabeth Samara can do to come back here.
Continuing like she did in the first set, looking to attack the Samara service.
Oh well, she recovered, did Sawettabut from that net cord, and then Samara undone by another touch of the net. In fact, the shot before might have just taken a brief brush.
3-love.
Another little net cord there. She's getting the rub of the green at the moment. That's the table by a good distance there. It's way back into the game for Samara.
Fault service from Samara there. She'd been warned previously about that. And again, she didn't throw the ball up high enough.
Oh yes, great angles. That's the way to come back. I think the problem with the serve is just that the hand comes up as it's serving, keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the hand can come up, but you've got to then make sure when you do release the ball, that it then goes up
Yeah.
another 6 inches after that.
And that's the problem, isn't it? I don't think it's disadvantaging the opponent, but the rules, as you say, is the rules. Excuse my grammar. Unfurled, unleashed the backhand, but it was long.
And this is an incredible start from Soothasina, Sawettabut. And clever, because I think Jorgen Persson in the corner has known that Samara practiced with another left-hander this morning, expecting her to play against Ding Ning, the world #1. So when you start playing in a certain way and then you suddenly have to change to play someone else, well, that's quite tough.
Tough on the players who don't always know when they're going to be up next.
6-4.
Still 15 minutes on the clock, and we're halfway through this second game already. Just put a bit too much on it. Thai player. A little squeal of delight, and it was a lovely shot. Look at the angle here. Not a lot of room for manoeuvre. He got the shot away beautifully.
4-8.
They're noisy on the bench, supporting Sawettabut. Towel break. We can look at the action. Just see how quick you've got to be. And Samara just caught napping a little bit there.
4-8.
In a bit of trouble here, Samara.
5-8.
It's not a serve laden with spin, that one, is it? But it did the job. And then the change up, keeping Sawettabut on her toes. But now she needs to do something against the serve now of Sawettabut.
And that flick has stood her in good stead for the last game and a half. Really, really short technique on that, which can make it quite a deceptive shot.
Better from Samara, and she's not having to deal with that short flick. Has a bit more time to prepare the shot. Great improvisation from Samara.
A very early timeout from the Persson camp.
Timeout.
Well, the referee is saying it's Team Rossi, actually. I'm not sure. It is definitely. We think it's Persson anyway. Jorgen Persson, 7 consecutive Olympics, 1988 to 2012, world champion, of course, in 1991. Gold in the singles. Multiple golds in the team at the World Championships. Not exactly the worst person to have in your corner when you're asking for advice. Oh yes, what a shot that was. Well, Samara seemed to have it completely sewn up. Such quick feet and hands. A quick brain as well.
That's exactly what it is, and it's keeping the hand out in front of you as you move quickly to left and right to save that little bit of time.
10-8.
So, game point to make it 2-0 with still 12 minutes on the clock. And there you go. There's that squeal again. A squeal of triumph this time. And that was a little bit more of a tough ask for the Thai player, but she managed to do that with no trouble whatsoever. So 2 games to nothing in favour of Sawettabut. And they get a little bit of time now. They do get a minute now to have a conversation. And then they'll swap sides. Don't swap every game. 11-7, 11-8 for the 23-year-old from Thailand. You can see where she is coming from. That early promise was the 4th place at the Youth Olympic Games. As you say, she's still young, but she's been playing already since she was 6, so, you know, a couple of decades.
And she's definitely not playing like a player that's ranked outside the top 50 in the world at the moment.
There is certainly time for that to improve. And it's not as if Samara's a slouch, is it really? Some really good results in European competition, not quite the same on the world stage.
She's taking the ball earlier than Samara. She's moving her around a lot more as well, and that's making it really tough for the Romanian.
1-2.
Well, those flicks are lethal, aren't they? They are coming at you thick and fast. And Samara must feel a little bit under siege.
Just pulled out of that shot a little bit too early. You could see one of her feet just dancing up into the air.
Bit tighter this game so far, 10 minutes to go. They've certainly not hung around, and that's the whole idea of T2, of course. It's starting to rock here at the Cavern, and the match has been rocking since the start as well. Didn't know you bought your CD collection along, Gavin?
3-4.
Show my age saying CD, aren't I? Here we go then, 3 apiece. Under 10 minutes in this game to go. Just goes long on the net cord.
It's normally Samara that's so good in these quick early exchanges, but she's been forced away from the table.
Oh, just at the edge.
4-5.
A little apology, but you certainly take it. Nothing that the Thai could do about that. Yorgos is off his feet, applauding that. That was a very good exchange. That'll boost Samara, I'm sure.
Let 7-4.
What a return. Painted one way, played it across the table. You're always struggling a little bit there. 7-5 though. I think Samara would have taken that at the start of this game, being 2 games down. And of course, the points in the blue, that's the team points as well, because you get the team points as well as the individual points.
And that's a bit more promising because she had struggled previously in 2 of the last 4 points with that half-long opening up topspin.
Oh, goodness me, we've seen it before, but it still impresses, doesn't it? Just a little bit too much of the ball shown to Sawettabut. It didn't take much to dispatch it. So from being, 3 points behind, I make that, 5 in a row. If my maths is correct, that is. That's long.
8-4.
This time it's the Thai athlete who's struggling to keep up. Excellent play from Samara. So she's got fast hands too. Oh, what bad luck for Samara. She was looking to get onto that game point and looked to have the point completely set up.
She did really well there to get out to that wide forehand and narrowed the angle instead of running away from the table. Over the course of such a long team match, it's these 9 all points. Can you convert these games or not? This is where it really hangs in the balance.
Well, Samara has the serve, so has the advantage. Oh yes. A little bit too defensive from the Romanian.
And there was indecision before she even delivered the service. She was going to serve a backhand serve and then declined that.
And so, facing a 3rd game loss here. So, this is where the no juice rule comes in.
Last point, no juice.
Whoever wins this one wins the game. And a point for the team and themselves, of course. And it's gone the way of Sawettabut. Calm as you like for the Thai athlete. And that's a real disappointment for Elisabetta Samara. Look what it meant to her. Clenched fist.
Unbelievable service there. Just stayed really low. Samara, I think, looking to do the right thing there, looking to attack, looking to flick out on that service, but just misjudging the height that the ball bounced off the table.
So closer, but no cigar for Elisabetta Samara. And there's still time on the clock. And it is counting down. 3:30. So we may just run out of time, and whoever is ahead at the end of this one takes the game.
Team Rossi to serve. Love all.
Good start for the Romanian. better Samara. Oh, almost, but not quite.
2-all.
And Sawettabut certainly scrambling. Another unfortunate net cord for the Romanian. Can't buy a slice of luck at the moment.
Every time the rallies go to quick exchanges, it's the young Thai player.
Look at the hand speed though. And also it's so fast. I reckon Samara's having trouble just reading where it's going. By the time you kind of worked it out, it's past you.
Yeah, with a short technique and someone's opening and closing their hand very quickly, it is very deceptive. Tough to see the direction of the delivery of the shot.
Right, she's got 90 seconds to turn this around. Tough times for Team Persson at the moment.
4-3.
Oh, some lovely shots in a beautifully constructed point. And Sawettabut scoring one way and the other. Oh yes, another great point. Well, keep the clock ticking down is what Samara will be saying. Whilst I've got a slender gap. That'll do it.
4-7.
Clock is down to 0. I guess we'll play one more point. It's all a bit academic now.
Last point.
That second was the longest second I think I've ever seen. Anyway, we're going to play it again.
Last point.
It's a
4-6.
whole new ball game for the referees as well. And that wraps it up. The players are a little bit confused. Look, here's a very quick form, and by the time the clock had ticked down, a little smile from Elizabeth to Samara. Oh, well, I've won. Fabulous, she says. And that is how it's finished. She claimed a point back. It wasn't a 4-0, it was a 3-1. And a little rueful look from Sawettabut. I think she fancied her chances had that gone to 11.
And that's what's great about this system of play, though. You can be thumped for 20 minutes and then come back and steal one set.
Some great shots here from our production. The eagle eye showing a comprehensive win for Sawettabut.
right, Mizutani and her captain and coach are right here with me. So why don't we start with the winner right here, Mizutani. Actually, you had a very, very good beginning for the team. And how did you make it happen? Tell us a little bit about it. First of all, I would say, Sawettabut. And through the translator, would you do the translation for us, please?
ยิงก็มีเกมอันนี้เป็นยังไงบ้างครับ
ก็วันนี้ก็พยายามเล่นให้เต็มที่อะค่ะคือแบบจดจ่ออยู่เกมมากที่สุดแล้วก็ค่อยๆเล่นทีละแต้มคือแบบคู่แข่งของเราก็เป็นมือที่เหนือกว่าเราด้วยเราก็ต้องแบบพยายามเล่นให้ถึงที่สุดหาประสบการณ์จากเขาให้ได้มากที่สุด
She mentioned that she achieved all of this via hard work and a lot of practice and experience with the other players along these few days of training and practice and also back in training camp. And she has to thank all the others for this opportunity that she has to be here. Yeah.
Well, certainly the hard work have paid off, really. I mean, I can't imagine that a seemingly timid girl actually could produce this kind of explosiveness. Give our congratulations to her, really. Congratulations to you, really, once again. Okay, I would say Kap Kun Ka, right? Yeah, okay, thank you. Coach and captain here, Jürgen, how do you actually, encore, how did you communicate with her since that, you know, perhaps English might not be quite there? I mean, how do you manage to do that? Body language or?
No, we take it in Swedish.
Swedish, oh my God, that's even worse and actually harder.
No, we do little English and a lot of body language. And it looked, she understand me very good.
Obviously she did, actually. That really shows, right? I mean, table tennis certainly is an international language. Once again, congratulations on your winning first, actually, the opening match. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mizutani and also Coach Jürgen right there. Congratulations. All right, the second game, or game two, is going to start in just a few minutes. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So far, Team Pearson is leading 3-1. Well, the game just started, so game two is about to kick off. Now, why don't we just again bring the two captains or coaches right here, Jürgen, and also Jörg right here for our coin toss. All right, let's do that. Please, the floor is yours.
Red and black. Black. Red for you. Black.
Jörg, and now, since that you're trailing the team, right, by two game points, so to speak, so what will be your next move?
My next move will be Shankun. I will bring him in. Yeah.
Shankun from China. Why is that? This is the second. I mean, this is obviously under the situation right now you're trailing.
Yeah, but he wants to start, and yeah, you have a lot of self-confidence, so I bring him in, and hopefully he's in good shape, because in the practice he looks very strong.
All right, let's see what happens. Thank you so much. And from your side, Coach Jürgen?
Yeah, I'm bringing in Saehyuk.
Saehyuk, a chopper.
A chopper from South Korea, yes.
The reason being?
The reason being is that we want to continue this good start, yeah, and he felt like I wanted him to start this game.
Absolutely. A lot to look forward to. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. All right, game two is about to start between Shankun and Saehyuk, a world-class chopper.
Yeah, very experienced as well, Saehyuk, London Olympics. Shankun of China also, of course. Very experienced player, left-hander. Won the Polish Open in 2009 after winning 9 straight points to recover from the last game where he was 3-10 down. So he knows how to cling on. 2015 Japan Open, won that, beat Ma Long in 5 sets. Likes a battle. Well, he might get one with this guy, defensive player. team silver at the London Olympics, single silver at the 2003 World Championships. Hasn't necessarily had the best of health, but he's looking pretty good here, and he's looking to show that defensive play is not dead and buried just yet.
Yeah, this should be a spectacular match. And the strong Chinese player against the South Korean defence. Get long rallies here. A very, very heavy chop, and obviously made his whole way through to the World Championship final in 2003.
And of course, the interesting thing about T2, it doesn't mean it's going to be a long 5-setter over goodness knows how many hours. It's going to be last games won in 24 minutes, which is probably not the best for them because they need to win points for their team and for themselves. First blood to defence. That's a lovely forehand from the left-hander. Put a lot of pressure onto Ju. Oh, it's unlucky. Some brilliant defending from Ju. Had no right to get that first one. And just caught the net. And he did try to attack.
It's really fast play, and when he's got the chance, Shan Kung, he's going to try and target that wide forehand so that it's not going to come back as a defensive shot so often.
Left, 2-4.
Very intricate serve he's got there. And tied to the body.
He's just mistiming that once or twice, that the ball just checking up on the table a little bit. Obviously this being a brand new ball, there'll be more chalk on it. After it's been whacked around a little bit, there'll be a lot less on it.
Oh yes. Well, we saw the chop, but we've also seen that he can play a forehand that absolutely dipped and swerved. Beautiful stuff. Look how far back he is.
And that's what's superb about the modern choppers. Before it was just chop, chop, chop on both sides. Now they look to get back into the point and attack. Spectacular.
4-6.
Just floated it too far that time.
Well, there's certainly no dusting off the cobwebs here, is it? It's just straight in. Power against power, it's brilliant.
It's like trading left hooks from the start of round one, isn't it? Yes. Overpowered him eventually.
7-5.
And Georg Roskopf liked that very much indeed. We're the other side of where the camera is, a little, you can see there, and we couldn't actually see him, he was so far back. Oh, this is excellent stuff. A really entertaining match in prospect for our crowd. 20 minutes still of it to go.
That was a clever little dig there. Didn't push the ball as long as he had in previous points.
Hand up of apology from Shankun.
When the ball's travelling as quickly as that, any slight clip of the net can be a huge difference then to the ball coming to the other side of the table.
8-7. Still to get anywhere near to a first game. Most matches have already been
9-7.
well, certainly close to being a first game done. Straight up, Jorg Roskopf, the captain. Yes, he says. Likes the attack from Shankun.
He definitely appreciates that, because Jorg Roskopf himself was named a lot of the times as the best player in Europe against Chop.
11-7. Game to Team Rossi.
Well, that was great work from Shankun. And he takes the advantage in this match. And Team Rossi will be happy about that. They were still down in total points from this session, but it's only 3-2. And just 5 minutes or so to wrap up that first game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that Shankun, although his ranking is supposedly outside the top 50 in the world, that's a lot of nonsense. He's right up there. He plays in the Chinese Super League, and he's playing guys of this level week in, week out in that.
Level.
Just took a touch. And Shankun very sportingly just pointed to that point. There you go. Yeah, just took a nibble.
Good little change of pace. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the table tennis ball. Sometimes you've just got to look like you're going to wind up and then change the pace. So that was really good.
Oh, well, a net cord one way, then a net cord the other. Had both those players scurrying.
Well, there was no sign of concrete hands there at all. That was a lovely deft touch as he just caressed that ball back round the net.
Yeah, and went from subtlety to power from one point to the other, and an awful lot of curve on that. We get a great view right down the barrel where we were watching. Dipped, curved. Trick and patch in terms of Team Rossi play. Drinkhall is there as well. Whether he's expecting to be up next or knows he's got a later berth, I don't know. We were playing with him last week, getting him ready.
3-4.
England v Scotland, that would have been a feisty affair.
Yeah, well, he was taking the practice very seriously. That was him practicing every day last week, so yeah, he's definitely upped his practice.
Practicing all the new rules, of course, as well. 15 minutes on the clock, and this has been a slow by T2 standards match, not without its excitement though, and there's yet more. What a point that was.
That's scary. That some of the times you watch rallies like this in the practice hall, you don't often get rallies like this right out on the match table. Superb.
Forget the team captain My co-commentator was almost out of his seat.
You could see that when he just came into the ball at a slightly different angle, which meant he chopped down on the ball, but there was no spin on it. And that's really hard to tell from the other side of the table when it's underneath the table.
Roskov saying very good, and it was good adaptation on that point, really. Smile on the face of Saehyuk. He threw absolutely everything at Shan, and he kept coming back.
It was a bit like one of those where he had to try and save a penalty there. He had to go left or right, chose the wrong way.
Well, we may not have many games completed in this time, but we've had a lot of entertainment.
Yes. 5-6. 5-7.
That's it, we've had 12 points. It's always a towel break after every 6 points.
But we are supposed to have it within 15 seconds, and it's not quite happening at the moment. I wonder whether we see a tightening up on that. Look at that, look at the skill. Didn't quite get over there at that time, but we've seen some almost miraculous recoveries and returns. They've been gasping in the crowd away to our right. And that's what we want to hear and see. Great entertainment from these two. Just long. Referee looked across at her counterpart just to check. Look at the power from Shan. Getting down low to play the ball.
Lovely change of pace and height there as well. Change the trajectory of that topspin, which then meant it kicked a little bit higher than normal. And Shan Kun just misjudging that, as you see on screen.
Ended up in the VIP area. Someone had to get out of their comfy seat to go and fetch the ball.
What a disaster, eh?
Maybe asking for his money back.
Yes. 8-7.
Shan edging ahead again. He's got to hurry up here. He's got 15 seconds.
And the ball's coming back a lot heavier off that backhand side, especially when he uses the long pimple. And it just depends. Sometimes he twiddles there and he changes the rubber. So you've got to keep watching. Is it the black side or is it the red side of the rubber as the ball floats over?
It's all a bit too much to take in for the mere mortal.
9-8.
What we do know is it's close, this one. And Ju has the advantage. Oh, what a shot that one. That's right up there with all the stuff we've seen today on T2.
From the commentary box there, we all went the same way as his head, which was to the left. The ball went to the right, and of course that means a clean winner.
Fabulous stuff, and a chance for Saehyuk to get back into this match and make it 1-1.
8-10.
Oh, he took the net, took the side of the table, and a lifeline for Shan Kun. Yeah, it's long, and there you go. It's levelled up at 1 apiece, and that's really good work from Saehyuk, who, no wonder that Jørgen Persson's so happy with him. There was some miraculous defensive work from him.
Yeah, he had to sharpen up his footwork there and recovery between shots. He had to chop with a little bit of a shorter action as well, so he could save time between each shot.
He's one of those athletes though, I mean, as a defensive player, he's doing a lot of running around and he still looks as fresh as a daisy out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's incredible fitness and the leg strength and the anticipation and all of that.
And that at 37. There's hope for all of us yet, you know. 2 games gone, they're allowed a minute to have a chat.
Can assure you from the commentary box that our seats are not as comfortable as the ones you see there.
I'm going to be having a word with the management myself. You know, nice recliner, don't we? Now we're good enough, and we've got a really good view here, just to the left of your picture, and you can really pick up the dips and the swerves, and that's an education in itself. And this is a man, it's always a pleasure to watch. 9:20 on the clock, a game apiece. Crowd love that. What is there not to like?
I mean, some players can go a whole career and not hit as many good shots as we've seen in that rally.
That was just the highest quality of table tennis. And another one from Ju.
True love.
Ball disappeared somewhere. Still not quite sure where. Absolutely launched into it, didn't he? Oh, just a little bit too strong from Shankun.
Would have loved to have seen that shot come back. Look at that, he tried to bend round the right hand side of the ball, Saehyuk.
Doesn't have to go along over the net, as long as it lands on the other side, you're fine. It's long.
1-3.
A lot of coaches would teach you when you're about to hit the ball not to move your head, but actually, ironically, that's what's winning Saehyuk a lot of these points, is that big head movement.
It's almost as if he watches the ball when he chops it very hard and then flicks his head back up again. Well, these games have been hard fought, and it's, looking at the math, it's very possible you might end up in that kill zone the last 2 minutes with a game just finishing. Just a reminder, if we do get to that point, then we call the kill zone. The clock is stopped, it doesn't matter anymore, we go first to 5. And you win a point and the game. That's the beauty of this form of table tennis, T2. Hope you're enjoying it. It's new to the world today.
We've seen a wonderful game earlier in the kill zone between Alexander Shibayev and Harimoto of Japan. It went right down to the final couple of points.
And if we don't finish before, then just a reminder, we get to 0 time, and the next point, and whoever's winning will win the game. But also, if it's tied, then it's a 1-point tie break. Showing a bit of attack as well as defence. Really good all-round performance from Ju.
And you can really hear the knowledgeable crowd in here and really appreciate a good point.
last long.
4-5.
And Shang within touching distance.
What's so amazing about this game is the way that Shan Kun is able to contort his body, exert that huge force through it, and then the very next shot just go back to a gentle touch over the net. That's really tough, and you don't get that in many sports.
Once you start all that out attack, you always feel like you need to keep going.
That's maybe where we go wrong.
Let 5-6.
It's long again.
6-4.
Apology from Shang. I'm not quite sure. I didn't
7-5.
see a touch, but obviously there was one. 5-7. Ju trails. Chance for a quick towel down, but it's all supposed to be done and dusted in 15 seconds. Just enough time for us to look at some of this fabulous work here. Look how low he gets on that forehand as well. I mean, that generates the power, doesn't it?
So important to get down to the ball, and it's not just for that shot, it's so that you can recover and move to the next shot after that.
Your knees won't forgive you in 15 years' time, though. It really puts such a lot of pressure on the joints. Just couldn't curl it on. And certainly the tide is flowing the way of Sham Kun at the moment. I wonder if this will wrap up within the last 2 minutes.
6-8.
Saehyuk doing his best to hang in there.
I think it would be fitting a game of this quality that we did head into the kill zone. Let's see what happens though in the remainder of this set.
Timeout. 1 minute.
Timeout has been called. Team Persson. Understandably, Ju Saehyuk a little bit under the hammer there. Watch the eyes. The head may move, the body may move, the eyes fixed on that ball.
Let's give credit to Ju Saehyuk, the way that it looks like he's been battered and bruised all over the place, but when you look at the scoreboard, it's 1-1 and he's only 8-7 down, so credit to the South Korean player.
You never know, might still nick it, and may also get into a kill zone and win that shootout as well. Last words from Jürgen Persson. Jürgen Roskopf the other side sends his charge out as well. We're about ready to get underway. 2:44 on the clock. Either 3 or 4 points away from taking this game. You do the maths.
Wonderful heavy spin, nice and low from Shang Kun. That made it really difficult for the topspin reloop, as you'll see on screen.
Oh, bamboozled that time. Really didn't know what to expect there. There's so much spin on it. Still a chance for Ju. 9-9. Will it be wrapped up with some time on the clock? We need to get on with this. Well, he's looking a little bit more sprightly in his step now. This is definitely more than 17 seconds. Well done, referee. Just a little nudge in the right direction.
Let's keep the play moving, guys.
Well, it's about 40 seconds gone, isn't it, really, off the clock? But a chance to wrap it up for Shang Kun. That was long, always off balance. Less than a minute then, game point. Next point wins it. If they hurry up, we might get another kill zone in as well.
No zone, no deuce, last point.
Timeout. Timeout is called from the Person camp.
Time out, 1 minute.
Well, timeout called with everything on the line. And if they can play this point, the clock did tick on a little bit after the timeout was called, but there's still 28 seconds on there.
So let's see if Person's 30 odd years of experience are going to tell here.
Someone's going to win with this point. Let's get on with it, guys. And there you are. Now we should go to the kill zone because we've still got time on the clock. So Shang Kun takes it. And we will go to a best of 5.
Next, kill zone.
And the umpire there voices out that we're going to enter the kill zone.
She's got an inscrutable face. I'd be worried if she told me that, you know. So we had about, 14 seconds left on the clock. Ju Saehyuk lost that one on that last agonising point. But he has a chance to come back here and level things up. So, just to let you know, in the kill zone, there's a little bit of time in the last 2 minutes left, and you finish a game. It's the 1st to 5. The time doesn't matter. The clock is off, and it's just a really quick thrash to see who can get an extra game under their belt.
3% to serve. Love all.
Oh yes! Are you sure that's a defensive player?
We really are in the kill zone here, and he feels it, and everyone around us.
Just, yeah, get on with it. No time for a pattern to emerge, just win the points. Whole bench is up for Team Rossi. It's a real interesting clash of styles. Another good comeback from Shang Kun. Just too strong. Couldn't get enough on it to chop it back. Shang Kun does a quick lap of honour around his side of the table.
3-1.
Yeah, there was no spinning that ball up slowly. That was laced with backspin as well. Oh, took the net and went long.
3-2. 4-1.
So, game point here. It's the first to 5 in the kill zone, remember. So, another chance.
2-4.
Just long. 2-4 then. Another chance to put this one to bed for Shankun, who's serving. And it's long, and he'll take that extra game. Well, I think they quite enjoyed that match. Good smiles between the two of them. And Shankun triumphs by 3 games to 1, including that kill zone game right at the end. Excellent work from these two. I really enjoyed watching them. That was the winning moment, but this game has been an absolute classic. It's not as perhaps as quick as it has been with some of the others. We had to go to the kill zone to get the 4th game in, but at every point you expected fireworks.
Yeah, super there. Attack against defence. The modern defensive game where you're still looking to come in, change the game, change the spins, get in with attack. Superb. Right hand against left hand. We had it all really there. And obviously to top that off, we got into the kill zone. Spectacular.
These really are some of the highlights of the match. We really did enjoy the intensity, the clash of styles, and just the tenacity. And like you say, the due ability to go from defence to attack as well. And he was close, but in the end it was easier perhaps for Shankun to press home the advantage. Shankun, the man who triumphed in the end in the regular games and also in the kill zone game to bring it home by 3 games to 1.
All right, folks, it really has been very nail-biting so far. 4 apiece for both teams, Team Rossi and Team Pearson. But obviously, Shankun did a good job by scoring so many points here. Shankun, actually, 我们用中文讲，很多中国观众也想知道你的发挥哈，尤其在最后打入这个强武大战当中，你确实是很强势，而且进攻也非常的犀利。当时脑子里是怎么想的？
因为这个新规则我们都不太清楚，然后
我们都在学习当中，
都在学习，对我们2个人来说都是新挑战嘛，所以我们一边打一边在琢磨，所以每一分就打好每一个球就行。因为这新规则打到还有前面就打到3分钟的时候，我俩都在看那个表，所以对。
但是在这个强武当中，是不是还是想把自己最好的一面，尤其是强势进攻的这面发挥到极致？
也没有吧，只能做到就是打好每一分球，因为打5分球输就是大家都很激烈吧，然后对。
Well, obviously, as Mr. Xiang just mentioned, that actually in the kill zone he did his best. However, really he's still trying to get familiar with the new regulations. Speaking of regulations, obviously the kill zone helped your team quite a bit. Towards the end, he earned an extra point right there. You must be pleased.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. He was a little bit lucky before. He was a little bit nervous. Sorry, he was a bit nervous before the kill zone, and so I told him, "Okay, you are the killer in the kill zone, so be ready for this one."
Killer in the kill zone.
Yeah, he played very well in this period, and yeah, for us it was very important. Now it's tied for all and perfect.
Indeed, more to come actually, right? 4 apiece right now. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. All right. So from now on, we're gonna go to game. Actually, another game here. That's game 3 here. So, coaches or captains, would you be so kind of let's do the coin toss right here.
Choose your method. You want to black or black? Yeah. Not black. Scissors, stone, and paper. No. Okay. Want to take a classic one? So the black colors for you.
Black for you.
Black was
for
winning,
you.
yeah, so
Okay.
I take black.
Okay.
It's black.
Luck is on your side now. So 4 apiece, as Jörg just mentioned, that this is going to be really coming down to some very exciting moments. Your choice now for the third one.
Yeah, my choice for the third one is the current world champion, Ding Ning.
Wow, also reigning Olympic champion, Ding Ying right there, all right. And your choice now against Ding Ying, a tough opponent, one of the toughest perhaps.
Yeah, one of the toughest for sure. But yeah, I bring in Chen Yi-Ching.
Chen Yi-Ching.
Yeah, top 10 player, so it will be a perfect match, I think.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. 好，接下来的比赛是在奥运冠军也是卫冕世界冠军丁宁和郑义景之间进行。现在我们把两位选手请上来 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome Ding Ying and Chen Yi-Ching.
Well, this should be interesting. World's number 1 against the world's number 8. Ding Ning of China and Chen I-Ching of Chinese Taipei. 27-year-old against a 25-year-old. Ding Ning, her nickname is Big Baby. She's done everything, hasn't she? 7 World Championship gold. 3rd singles title in May. So that's wrapped up. Gold at Rio in the singles after that business in London. And she didn't win it. 2 Olympic team golds as well last year and in London. And this is the woman who's got to do something about it, Chen I-Ching. Quarterfinals at Rio, silver at the 2016 World Cup, but you know, in the top 10, and she's going to have to be against this lady. She loves reading when she's away from the table, and she will know that her opponent, I'm sure, can pose up, especially in this format as well. Ding Ning, though, has a secret weapon. Her mum is here. Madame Gao is somewhere in the audience. We like Seo Nian Lo, our referee, who offered paper, rock, scissors instead of the coin toss. I think we should bring that in for all T2 matches.
That's what you need. Let's add a little bit of humour to all of this as well.
Be a lively encounter, I feel.
It's always lively with Ding Ning. She's quite a fiery character, exciting to watch.
This time, Chen gets on the scoreboard. Just a little bit more power. She's going to take no prisoners. She's no respecter of rank or status. Chen I-Ching.
No nervy start from either lady here.
Just not enough time, is there?
3-2.
That's good from Chen I-Ching. Positive attacking style always, and I think you're going to need that against the world number 1. Quick towel down, quick chance to have a quick chat with Jürgen Persson and Jörg Roskopf. Slight narrowing of the eyes as the contact's made. She really is a cool customer, isn't she?
Left, 3-all. 3-4.
Oh, takes the net, goes long.
5-3.
How about that?
4-all.
Neck and neck still, 4-all, and of course 4 points all for the teams as well.
Yes. 4-5.
You won't often see that, a simple backhand error. Almost call that an unforced error, especially for a world number 1.
Collector's item, that.
6-4.
Everyone's up on the Team Rossi bench. Oh yes.
6-5.
Just reminding her opponent of her class, I think. Watch how she gets around on this. Bit tucked up, but look at the placement.
Such easy power on the ball as well. So relaxed as she hits that winner.
Yeah. 5-7.
She's still behind though. Shake of the head. Quick, well, allegedly a towel break, but a quick word in the ear from Jürgen Persson. Man, not without his baubles on the old mantelpiece, showing off trophies. Both these guys, both these captains, of course, Jürgen Roskopf as well, and Jürgen Persson.
5-7.
It's been a good start for Chen I-Ching though. When you're playing someone that is the better player, it's important to try and disturb their rhythm.
Oh, no one really deserved to lose that point. And I don't know how much more Chen could have done to try and win it. It's astonishing serve.
Yeah, it's very unique. But there's lots of spin on that serve and lots of changes of direction as well. But it's important after she does this fancy action that she gets out of the serve quickly and ready for the third ball.
Left. 7-all.
We're heading towards the 6 minutes gone mark, and we're still not the wiser as to who has the first of these games. Oh yes, into the body at speed. That'll do the trick.
Left. 8-7. 7-9.
She's inching her way towards this first game, but certainly don't write off the world number 1 just yet.
Ding ding there, just again, slightly slow at recovering out from that fancy serve.
So then, 3 game points. She's done it. Well, Ding Ning started like a train, but Chen I-Ching put the brakes on, and she has overhauled it, and well, a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, but we were noticing earlier, about an hour before, that Chen I-Ching was knocking with Paul Drinkhall before the start of it, so that probably sharpened her up to now feel that Ding Ning is not hitting the ball that hard and that early. So this is where it can be quite useful, having the male and female players in the team, trying to utilise them in the right way to get the most out of your team.
Yes, they were knocking up away to our left-hand side, as you can see on the screen, just behind, in fact, where the doors are there's another practice room. There's also a little area where the crew were taking their food. So we were able to eat, weren't we? We were eating and watching. Paul was smiling through the window at him.
Yeah, there was no burger and chips or donuts or, you know, it was salad and it was chicken and...
All very healthy. Anyway, they've all warmed up, we're getting ready to go again. And it is, as the referee points out, I-Ching who will get us underway in the second game. Bit too much to be done there by Cheng. Trading a forehand and a backhand, and Ding once again starting the game in a really positive frame of mind.
Left, 2 love.
What's interesting is this game, the first game and this game, are taking quite a while to complete, which is all very well and good. But of course, at the end of the day, you need points. Each game is a point. So Ding Ning needs to actually whiz through these and then pick up a few points.
Love 4. Let. Change service. Screen. Love 4.
Referee just making sure that the screen was correct here in the arena. Lovely forehand. Of course, left v right does change the dynamic slightly in the angles.
The I-Ching backhand just misfiring there, but there was not really any racket head speed, and when you don't have racket head speed, it means there's no spin on the ball to take it down and onto the table.
It's amazing. I mean, you see that when the ball drops just off the table, Ding is already into the shot because she's already the brain has already calculated where it's going to come up. It's astonishing, really. When you think that in her mind, it's already set what's going to happen.
6-1.
And she's racing away with this second game. Oh, what a turnaround in this match from first game to second. An acceleration in the game of Ding, and also in the speed. Look at the still 12 minutes on the clock.
9-1.
of a mountain to climb for I-Ching.
That forehand's just been misfiring a little bit in this set, but I'm sure it's important to finish off a set strongly, even if you lose it, because that gives you a little bit of momentum, doesn't it, for the next set?
Absolutely. I mean, it's weird that she was so aggressive and so accurate in that first game, and really sort of knocked Ding off of her sort of rhythm, but it has completely changed in the second game. And what, 8 game points. Doesn't need them, just the one. And with still almost 11 minutes on the clock, it is 1 apiece, and they will take a minute timeout. When this match is up and finished, and we have 3 more to go. Of course, 6 players from each team, they all play. And in terms of what's happening in the match, you can see in the blue there, Team Rossi, Team Persson, head to head, 5v5, nothing between them. And I would say we've got another 2 games, even if the last one is curtailed because of time, to go in this match.
Third game, Team Persson
So I-Ching will be just looking to stay close here, get to the first towel change at 3-all, get to the second towel change 6-all, and so on.
Shifts the ball around the table so quickly. Unless you're right on top of your game, you're going to be in trouble. Took net cord, went long. That's brilliant from Ding. So quick. Even the players on the Team Rossi bench with a ripple of applause. Not much you can do if you're beaten like that.
3-1.
Took one for the team there, literally. Oh yes.
4-1.
That wasn't a fluke, that was just beautiful accuracy. Now we're seeing why she's world #1.
Everything's been played so quickly as a little towel change again.
Two diminutive Asian players being tutored by 2 tall Scandinavian style captains in Roscoff and Persson. And despite perhaps language barriers, they're certainly getting their message across. Too easy for Ding at the moment.
7-2.
Quick hands.
Lovely and smooth the way that she just delivers the racket there, presents it behind the ball, plays directly forwards on it. There really is a lot of momentum now for Ding Ning.
Yeah, the body language of the two women is certainly instructive. It's a shame for Chen because there were a couple of beautiful returns there, but even that wasn't enough.
And Ding Ning, it's only been 1 or 2 unforced errors in the last 2 sets. That's a very, very high level.
Oh, yeah, got a slice of luck there, but I think she's deserved it on balance. I think Ding would have been struggling anyway. Jörgen Persson appears on mainstream Swedish TV nowadays. A bit of a household name, of course, up in Scandinavia.
9-3.
So he's used to the TV cameras.
10-3.
So a handful of game points again, and enough time to continue another game without going into the kill zone in that last 2 minutes.
10-3.
It's long this time, and it's wrapped up for Ding Ning. She comes back from a game down to lead by 2 games to 1.
Ding Ning has really cut down the unforced errors in set 2 and 3. And she's relaxed as well because of the scoreboard pressure. She's been 3 or 4-1 up at the start of each set, and that just relaxes a player into playing the way that they know they can.
Time.
What do you say if you are Jörg Roskopf to Cheng I-Ching? Because she started off so well in that first game, but lost away a little in the last 2. Can she come back here? This will be the last game. Remember, just over 4 minutes to go, and whoever's winning when the clock gets to 0 will be the winner of the game, no matter that we haven't gone to 11 points. And that's a great start.
Cheng I-Ching has to really change the tempo if she has any chance to steal another set. She's got to play really fast and then sometimes put in a really high soft ball.
That's not what you want when you're trying to get some momentum. Shoulders have dropped slightly for Chen. Trying her best, throwing everything at Ding, and it's coming back.
Left, 1-3.
Umpire so sharp there to call let. He's seen everything today.
She'll take it, whatever good fortune comes away for Chen. The nature of this time last game will mean that, you know, there's every possibility that Cheng could just nip in and steal a game, and that would level it up at 2 apiece.
It's likely now we're only going to get another 5 or 6 points. So yeah, could be a Chen I-Ching winning 6 points to 5, which would mean 2 sets all.
And Ding given the hurry up by the referee. Oh yes.
3-4.
Well, could we have a little, not a surprise, but a little reversal of fortunes for Ding Ning here? She has to serve though.
5-3.
2 points the gap, 1:10 on the clock. Oh, what a forehand that was.
And that was the change of rhythm again. Ding Ning expecting the short serve, but look at that. Fast serve, fast first ball, change the rhythm, brilliant.
Ding Ning, human after all.
Six, 4-6.
Look how quickly Ding wanted the ball back in. I don't think she's going to do this. There's not enough time, is there?
5-6.
Well, you say that. We might go to a tie-break point if she can win this one.
Final point.
It may not be. Oh, well. 6-all. So,
for sudden death.
Sudden death point. Here we go. First time we've seen this in T2. Well, what a comeback from 6-3 down. We thought it was done and dusted.
You just have to love this scoring system. It brings a lot more interest to this whole game of table tennis.
Well, depending on which way this goes, who keeps the calmest counsel, it could either be 3-1 or 2-2. And that's $1,000 for Ding Ning if she doesn't actually manage to win this game.
$1,000 on this point for Ding Ning.
Oh, look at the reaction from the bench.
Team Rossi and match to Team.
Well, Team Rossi absolutely delighted with that. They jumped up. The referee pointed to shake Ding Ning's hand, and she thought she'd been directed back to the table, but it's all over. World number one has to understand, and that's the beauty of this game. All rested on that point, and it is 2 apiece, and a drawn game.
And that's what's really tough then for the people here, top 2, 3, 4 in the world. It does bring the opportunity for the underdog.
Match tie at 2-all.
Well, this is how it all wrapped up. That last point.
6-5.
Some of the highlights from the match leading up to it. And it has to be said that Cheng sort of lost away halfway through, but came back strong as well. And that's a really good sign of, well, what you expect, class from the player in the top 10. But so quick, the hands from Ding Ning. You can see why she dominates the world of women's table tennis.
Well, for 2 sets there, she was completely unstoppable, and you could see the difference in the level. But credit to Cheng I-Ching, who managed to come back and steal a couple of sets.
And in this format, you can always do that, whether it's a tie-break point or a kill zone match. It can always happen.
Boy, that was really a tough match, and nail-biting as well to the last second. And of course, Ding Ying and Chen Yijin both scored 2 points for their individual team, respectively. Let's ask Ding Ying a couple of questions. Ding Ying，这场比赛确实打得很激烈，尤其到了最后关头，是不是大家都在适应这个新规则的过程中啊？时间是一个很大的因素啊。
我觉得确实是吧。其实打到最后一局的时候，我感觉，郑一晶他一直在放慢他的节奏，就是来控制这个时间吧。然后可能相反，我打的有点就是着急嘛，就对。
Obviously, as Ding Ying just mentioned, the time was playing a factor, a key factor, especially down the line there. Obviously, you know, whoever dictated the tempo would probably make a difference. Well, Coach, from your side, Jürgen, obviously Ding Ying did a good job. However, you know, towards the end, she fell short a little bit. What do you make of the whole thing here? I mean, especially with this new situation and new regulations.
No, it's new for everybody. I mean, even for the players, it's new, and also for the coaches. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, and of course, as a player, you feel a little stressed, but also as a coach, you feel a little stressed sometimes. But I think it was a great game from both sides. Yeah, so it was deserved 2-2.
Absolutely. OK， 打成平手2-2。OK， 不管怎么着，我们还是要为丁宁这个继续加油，也祝贺丁宁为全队是拿下了2分。Congratulations to Ding Ying and also congratulations to the team so far. Right now, game is still going on. Up to next, actually, we're going to have Game 4 to unfold. Stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
应该会很珍惜我当球员的时光吧，这样他们才能记住我在球场上的样子。如果说褪下这些光环之后，可能我就跟一般人一样，没有什么不同。让他们我应该会很搞笑，然后开玩笑，然后。
Why don't we just bring our team here again? 2 captains plus a referee, and we have to do another session of coin toss. Please. Gentlemen.
Captain Person and Captain Rosie, which color you want?
Now he chooses. Rosie, not Rosie.
Rosie, I'm sorry, Captain Rosie. Okay, now it's your turn to choose the color.
Black.
Black and red for person. You win the
see. Okay, for a change now with your black color, you got a chance here, right? So the choice is?
The choice is Ovtcharov, Dimitri. I put him in.
Well, there you go. Another world-class player here. Dimitri, actually, Ovtcharov. Wow, fantastic choice here. Now, what are you up to now, Coach? And since the other side really has a very, very good and strong player here.
Yeah, then I put my strongest player, Jun Mizutani.
Jun Mizutani from Japan. All right. Thank you very much. This is going to be really much awaited. Again, another showdown, even though the 2 players know each other very well. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome Ovtcharov right here and Jun Mizutani. All right, Game 4 is about to start.
So then, a slight ooh around the auditorium as Jun Mizutani was unveiled, the Japanese 28-year-old player for Team Persson. And they up against him, another 28-year-old matchup. Jun Mizutani, very, very talented. This man here, born in the Ukraine, of course, plays for Germany, world ranked number 5. Silver and 2 bronzes at the last 3 Olympic Games. You remember in 2008 at the Olympic Games using an unorthodox serve, picked by the Time magazine as one of the top 50 innovations of the year. Just goes to prove not only the table tennis world are paying attention to the sport. Jun Mizutani, the youngest national champion at just 17 years of age. And he'll have his work cut out against this man here. Apparently practices meditation and yoga when he's not thrashing a ball around a table. And I guess that would probably help when it comes to perhaps the tenser moments in a match. Married Swedish table tennis player Jenny Hellström in 2013. Came out when they were 15. And this is Mizutani, bronze in the singles, of course, at Rio Japan's first ever table tennis singles medal. After the Olympics, he was world ranked number 5 as well. So these are two very well balanced players. Expect a decent match, this one. 7 IWTF titles for young Mizutani, and Xiu Nian Lo is our man in the chair. I hope I pronounced that correctly, because he had a few problems with Team Rossi earlier on, but I think he's got that sorted.
First game, Team Rossi to serve, love all.
So here we are then, in our T2 cavern, here in the Pinewood Studios in Malaysia. And we're underway in game number 4 of the second session of the first day.
1 love.
As we were saying, there's never too much between these guys. It's Mizutani that does all the spectacular play away from the table. Ovtcharov usually doing a lot more of the attacking and proactive play. So again, it's another fantastic one for you guys at home watching this.
Love 3.
Mizutani gets onto the scoreboard. Short and sharp so far this game.
Ovtcharov just been told to release that left hand. As soon as you throw the ball up, you've got to take that left hand away as soon as you can.
It certainly does stay there, doesn't it? It hangs around in the foreground. I can see why the referee might have had a word. Couldn't get enough topspin on that one. And it's still Ovtcharov. And he was born in Ukraine, brought across to Germany at a fairly early age by his family. He was just on the top of these two players at the moment.
2-4.
These guys have had a long time to get onto the table. I had all the first session and then the majority of the second session. And they're certainly attacking with gusto here. And he got onto the forehand well the first time. Ovtcharov, but not the second.
That forehand there of Mizutani not flying as flat as it was before. His technique sometimes is quite short, so he's got to be careful to make sure he imparts enough spin on it.
5-all.
Well, back on terms, Mizutani, after a slow start for the Japanese player. For the first time in this match, he edges ahead. Still that clock ticking down. Almost 4 minutes of our 24 gone.
6-5.
That fly is returned again.
I thought he'd had a break between the first and second session, but there he is. We have not been able to get rid of him for days.
No! 5-7.
You'd think he'd be more interested in the food, which is around by the practice tables. Chance to towel down after 12 points. Yellow and red cards he has, and a second yellow or a red will deduct a point from the player at fault.
6-7.
Haven't seen a card so far. How the pendulum swings in this game. Ovtcharov started like a train, but Mizutani started to go like a bullet train.
And both of these players are such strong servers. So many variations in the delivery of the serve. It's important to recognise when it is a big point and you can put in one or two of your really, really big serves.
Left, 9-6.
That wasn't a big serve, but it just about crept over the net.
7-9.
That could be a very important point. Watch the fast hands from Ovtcharov. Just flicked it at the speed of light, almost. Perhaps not quite that fast, but it felt like it. Bit of a blur. And there's another one. Repeating the dose. That's just an excellent point all round, but Mizutani just a bit too good. And that's what it means to him. Little look at the captain. Game point then for Mizutani, who has come from behind in this game to have the advantage here.
This is when he needs that big service delivery. And normally Mizutani's biggest serves are the ones at the last second he fires it in long. Let's see if he uses that now.
Very tight, remember, we don't have juices here. It's 10-all, next point wins it.
11-9.
Well, that was a lovely serve. Completely bamboozled Ovtcharov, and was certainly worthy of winning. Look at this. Was there a touch of net on that?
There's big confidence that when you've not used that serve at all, you've only used it through in the practice hall, you've come in here and at 10-9 you've got the confidence then to deliver that. So superb. Well done, Mizutani. Deserved that. Tight 11-9.
Yep, and Persson v Rossi. It goes one ahead for Persson. But we found this all the way through, although some games in the first session ended up kind of 4-0 between Team JJ from Jiang Jilang and Team Mace. Our officials getting tough, telling them to hurry up with the serve.
1 love.
Wonderful variation here. Watching Mizutani. Must have 20 or 30 different serves that he can use at various points in the match when he feels it's the right time to use them.
Ovtcharov could only get an edge off the bat onto that ball, and it's a lightning start to this second game for Mizutani, who was a bit sluggish in the first one, but certainly got better as the first game went on. Nothing sluggish about that. What aggression. What aggression from Mizutani, taking no prisoners at all there. But it didn't work that time. Absolutely launched himself at the ball the first time.
2-4.
That ball just clipping the edge of Dima's racket, which meant it didn't have as much topspin on it as Mizutani thought it did.
Time. 2-4.
Everyone goes on about Ovtcharov having these fancy the tomahawk serve and the backhand serve. It's actually this serve, the normal pendulum service that he uses, is really, really effective.
Great placement, wasn't it? Serve was good, and his follow-up shot was even better. Looked like it was going to be a normal forehand, ended up as a push.
5-4.
High quality match this one, as predicted.
Again, just struggling to take his arm away.
Yeah. 5-6.
Ovtcharov saying, really? No one's ever said that to me before. But you know what? I wouldn't mess with this referee. He's not happy. He's just got to put it out of his mind and get on with it. Let's have a look. Didn't quite catch it from there. Perhaps we'll have another look later on.
7-5.
That was exactly the same serve again, so you either pull both or you don't pull any, to be honest.
Yeah, I was looking at it and it was still, there we go, there's that the left hand. Well, that's out of the way, isn't it? I presume the referee's unhappy with shielding. It wasn't there, was it?
Yeah, there was no shielding that one, so if that wasn't shielded, the serve before wasn't shielded either, because it was exactly the same action.
He's just got to put it out of his mind and get on with the game.
8-5.
I don't think he has, to be honest with you. That'll make him feel a little bit better.
Back to the trusty backhand serve that can go to any corner.
7-8.
It is trusty, isn't it? It works well. Now he looks like he's back in the zone. Kept going at him, didn't he? just kept the ball coming back, and in the end got the mistake from Mizutani. And this is seesawed as well, this game. Well, he's put that serve behind him now. 2 points away from levelling this match. Well, chance for a little towel break. Every 6 points you can do that. And well, what do you say to Mizutani, because he's been playing brilliantly but only in patches.
And now it's very much about Dima and his service delivery. 2 of those to come now.
Keep it legal, he'll be alright.
I think this is wise to use the backhand serve because he knows he can't be faulted on this one. But it's Mizutani that chose the house down after that beautiful receive of serve, staying in close for the rest of the rally.
So, Ovtcharov with a game point.
Second game to Team Karlsson.
Well, he gets over the line.
Break at 1 minute.
Game apiece, a minute timeout now for the captains to have a word. And there's that hand, it does go back in time as far as I can see.
Yeah, it's very difficult from where the umpire's sitting to have a decent view. So if in doubt, you don't call anything, to be honest.
Because he's at the, 45 degrees to where the player receiving it is. Still adds a bit of excitement, I guess, for everyone apart from Ovtcharov.
Third game, Team Rosie to serve, love all.
So 7:49 on the clock. I wonder whether we might go to the kill zone. This might be done with 2 minutes or less left of the match, and then we go to 5 points with the clock, first to 5 with the clock off. We'll see. Got to get through this one first.
One off.
Not happy with himself, Mizutani. Just geeing himself up, being his own coach, really. Oh no. That's a perfect point from Ovtcharov. Great serve, brilliant forehands and backhands.
Yeah, I did really well there. It's tough sometimes to smash right down the line like that and be as accurate as he was there.
Let 3-2.
It's lovely the way there he throws the ball up so high, and in doing that the ball comes down faster. You can generate then a lot more spin.
Takes a bit of a net and goes long, and Ovtcharov starts well in this third game here in our T2 competition. A whole new way of playing table tennis in terms of just the structure of the tournament. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll try and explain everything as we go along. here in the Pinewood Studios, where they made Marco Polo, apparently.
2-4.
This is their latest production. It's going to take us about 6 months to make as well. We finish in December in the grand finals. There's several other stops in between.
2-5.
Players only change ends after 2 games.
That's the serve I feel is Mizutani's best. That high toss and the last second pendulum serve that's delivered long, straight down the line.
5-4.
And he comes in with a horrible flat flick. Easy when someone flicks with topspin, you can just play that one out. You've almost got to treat that one like it's a heavy chop ball.
He's a bit of a runner, isn't he, Ovtcharov? And he's pumped up, he'll have a little run around. Got to bear in mind he's only got 17 seconds between the end of one point and the beginning of the other. A quick trot around the stadium, I think.
5-6.
One of the slower matches here in the T2 cavern today.
Time. Players, please make it fast. 5-6.
Umpire just telling Mizutani to get on with it.
Of course, rather counterintuitive. He slows it down for another 5 seconds, but it's good to let the players know. We're liking our man in grey, our official from Malaysia. He's taking no nonsense, and he's also enforcing that very quick towel break as well.
6-all.
Oh yes, beautiful from Mizutani. What fast hands.
Time out for 1 minute.
Time out from the Rossi camp.
Well, it's certainly time to think about it. He is down. And it could be a bit of a whitewash if it carries on like this. He's certainly had his chances, but this man here is king of the comeback.
Time.
Some good shots of our cavernous cavern.
6-7.
Players certainly like the table, like the setup. They've enjoyed their time here so far. Ovtcharov, perhaps not so much if we can't haul this back.
7-all.
It's always a massive point. That first point when you come back from a timeout, I feel that almost counts as 2 because you gain the momentum.
Didn't read it at all. That's long from the German. Fast hands from the left-hander.
You've got to be brave to serve long.
Time's up for 1 minute.
So another timeout, this time from Team Rossi.
This is another important timeout here, and it's Jorgen Persson is hopefully delivering some very useful advice to Jun Mizutani. It's great to see this. The link here between the Europeans and the Asians is working really well.
Yeah, team captains, both these guys, towering figures physically and towering figures when it comes to what they've achieved as well. So they are respected.
10-8.
He just took a nibble at the end of the table there, and it gives Mizutani a chance to take a third game. And he got the towel. The official, hopefully he'll keep his eye on the clock here, because I think we might be going for another kill zone. A first to 5 with no clock, of course, if there's any time left on the clock between the last 2 minutes, and we're certainly, well, it depends if Ovtcharov can claw his way back, but if it does go into the kill zone, he gets a chance to get a game back. To hurry up here, he's going to get Italian off. Still waiting to get this serve underway again.
Mizutani just taking the full 15 seconds and then some.
And then some, yeah. Last 30 seconds of this match. Oh, beautifully done. 10-all. Well, this will win. Whoever wins this point, and we still might get that kill zone as well.
Remember, there's no dues. 10-all.
Been warned. I think we're going to run out of time. This will be the last action of this match.
Point.
Oh, and he nicks one back Ovtcharov on that last point. And that's the beauty of T2. It can be a real cliffhanger. And so it's not a clean sweep for Mizutani. He just nips that last game, and if he played a bit quicker, you never know, might have gone on and squared it. If he managed to finish the match inside the 24 allotted minutes, we could have gone to the kill zone and had another go.
I don't know why Ovtcharov didn't speed up there, but then I suppose he was thinking, well, if I speed up, lose concentration and lose 3-0, that's worse for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 2-1, that is, I think the first time we've only had 3 games in a match. Normally you get at least 4 in, sometimes squeeze a 5th one in, but that's the way of time table tennis. There's some excellent rallies and some really fast hands from these two players. Certainly the crowd have enjoyed what these two have produced. Mizutani seemed to have the upper hand, always came back, but couldn't quite close out the third and, as it turned out, final game of this match.
Most of the times these guys play, long rallies. Not so this time, with the haul being a little bit quicker.
Yeah, excellent match between these two, and it did go the way of Mizutani, with Ovtcharov taking a consolation game right at the end.
All right, Jun right here with us. Jun, a job well done. Congratulations. After all, you have scored 2 points for the team. On the other hand, you could have scored another point for the team. Towards the end, you fell short a little bit. What was going through your mind?
I am not satisfied this set. Last set I was leading 10-8 and one unlucky point, and I should won this set.
Well, actually, you know, should have, would have, but I think you really have already done a good job. Once again, congratulations, really, on your scoring 2 points for the team. Yes, indeed. Right now, coach and captain, your team is doing very well, leading 8-7. Now, even though it's not a big lead, what's going on right now, and what might be the case? Or, you know, I would like to know. You have 2 more battles going on, so your take.
My take is that we keep the leading, yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously, if we can win these last 2 matches, I'm happy. But it's a very close game, and we saw some very close game matches also. Now we lose 2 times with 11-10 with golden pointer, so now we try to win these matches instead.
Indeed, really, Karlsson has made the game very, very interesting. All right, we're going to take a short break. After the break, we'll come back with Game 5. Stick around. Don't go away. All right, welcome back. So far, it has been a seesaw battle going on with team person leading 8-7. Now, Game 5 is about to start. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome the 2 ladies who will be on court, Gina Pota and Bonatti Szocs.
Black or red?
Stay with black.
You stay with black?
Stay black.
So yours is red?
Was winning all the time.
Ah, it's red. So you like choose here.
You stay.
So then, the last women's match of this T2 first session, or first day rather, second session. Yeah, a bit ahead of myself there. Between Bernadette Szocs of Hungary and Georgina Pota, also of Hungary. 22 years old, Szocs, Pota 10 years her senior. Both these two with some decent stats behind them. 3 times Hungarian Player of the Year, Pota. 2 times European Championship gold. Once in the team, once in the doubles, and a doubles title winner on the World Tour twice in 2017. And here's a nice story. She married her now husband, Olympic swimmer Norbert Kovacs. They met at the Beijing Olympics, and they played table tennis with their guests at the wedding. I thought it was quite sweet. I hope they let some of them win. They didn't just thrash them all. This is Bernadette Szocs, also Hungary, junior girls gold at the 2011-2013 European Youth Championships. Part of the Romanian senior side that won the second European Championships in 2011. So just to clarify, born in Hungary, now plays for Romania. And this May won the women's doubles at the Challenger Series Brazil Open. Monique back in the chair from Singapore, the official.
Team Rosie to serve. Love all.
And this will be another interesting game. Both of these players stay very close to the table, using some flat, direct hits. So a lot of short points, but a lot of aggressive play, and that's what we want to see.
The officials much more into the serves of these players, asking Pota just to open up the hand and not hide the ball. It was a great response though on the actual table. She's very powerful, isn't she, Pota? Just slapping the ball back.
She's always had that style of play and was widely regarded as one of the best players to come out of Europe. You know, she did win the European Junior Championships.
moment she's doing really well early on. Now a 24-minute time match.
The pace these girls are going, we might get 24 sets.
They're certainly not hanging around, are they? I think 5 is the most we've managed to squeeze in so far today. Still waiting for Pota to lose a point on her serve.
Amazing how many times the ball has clipped the net in the first 9 points of this match.
Well, that was I think you could almost say an unforced error from Pota there. It was there to be hit.
You could see Szocs there getting underneath the ball though and managing to just do a little bit more on the receive than she had done before.
Oh, she's vocal as well. So I think at least 3 shouts after that point. Colourful character as well. I see hair matching the red team top.
So it's 7-5. It's the second towel break of the first game. Just to slow things down a little bit, but only 15 seconds and they're both marching back to the table already.
I think they're just getting used to the pace of this format. Look at the passion there from Bernadette Szocs.
Let's 5-7.
It's just the earliness in Szocs. A few problems.
She's talking away to herself, is Szocs. And it is Szocs who's getting close to a very quick first game wrap up, which is certainly remarkable given the way that Pota started. Great return from Pota. Had a lot of spin on it from Szocs.
Lovely backhand to backhand exchanges, both players taking that ball right off the bounce, and that's where they generate and that's where they get the maximum timing on the ball.
Happy to be hit by the ball if it means that you've won the point. And she's come back from 7-9 to 9 apiece.
9-all. Let's 9-all.
Yeah, a lot of nets, aren't we? That will certainly slow the rapid progress of these players towards the end of this first game. What a point. A classic forehand backhand battle which went forward and back, side to side.
Look at the way that Pota managed to get that edge back as well. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Players, 9-10.
So then, chance for Pota to take this first game. Excellent work. Worked the table really well, Szocs. So after a comeback from Pota, Szocs draws it level. One more point, that's all it's going to be. Someone's going to win this 11-10. And it's Pota who does it. Excellent first set, high quality from both these players.
And that was really brave there from Pota. Look at the way he's just spinning that last ball up. And it's a lot more important to be attacking, proactive rather than reactive when it gets to a sudden death point.
And that's where you need a bit of mind training, isn't it? You need someone to get inside your head and make sure you're not scared, that you're going to go for your shots. Not be reckless, obviously.
A lot harder to block when your hand is a little bit tight, a little bit shaky. Much easier to throw the racket at shots. Interesting now at the start of this second game. If Szocs can just... And straight away, a little change of service placement, and that can only have come from the intelligence of Mr. Persson sitting over there in that lovely, comfortable seat.
Oh, he has got a comfy seat, hasn't he? Everyone else is on the bench. What's that all about? They've got cushions, mind. They brought the cushions in for the bench as well. Great start again from Szocs. This match really just seesaw between the two of them.
Hats off to both players. It's been a spectacular start to this fifth match.
Yeah, sometimes, certainly when it comes so quickly after a men's game, you might think, oh, it's a bit less high octane, but that's certainly not the case here. The women on display today, as good a quality as you're going to get, and certainly, well, we saw in the practice rooms where the men and women were playing each other to warm up, and to excellent quality from both these sets of players. An interesting mix, of course, it's women singles, men's singles, but as a team, of course, an interesting mix. Everyone supporting each other. 2-4, Pota with the serve. See the flies buzzing around the table again.
Amazing how she's just able to hit through that pushed receive just by opening the racket slightly.
Oh, that's a great forehand return. Dipped once he got over the net with the spin. Also not able to prevail with the backhand. That's a carbon copy of the previous point.
Szocs doing well just to ride out the first 2 or 3 shots of the Georgina Pota back. And that serve was a bit floatier than most of our other deliveries, which meant that Szocs just overcooked that one.
Points played, chance for a quick towel down, but the referees and the officials, as this day has gone on, have gone, oh, there we go, another reminder to get to the table. They've been a lot tighter on that 17-second rule between the point finishing and another point starting. This game is seesawing like the first one. And don't write Pota off just yet. Look to the heavens from Pota. Oh, she's in a bit of trouble now. Szocs unable to recover from that net cord. Glimmer of hope for Pota. 10 points then for Szocs to make it 1 apiece in this match. And she does it. Well, the backhand's deserted Pota at the moment.
And that's normally her weapon. She drops that right foot in front of the left foot, which usually means then that you're wanting to play backhands. As you can see there, another backhand misses the table.
At least 3 times we've seen that. In that second game, it's 1 apiece. And after a second game of a match, we are allowed to stop the clock, take a minute's time out for the captains to have a conversation. Look how close it is again between the 2 teams. Found that in the first session of the day between Michael Mays' team, Team Mays, and JJ Jiang Jialang. Just a point between those as well. Finished 14-13 in favour of Team Mays. And this one's going to be a tight one as well. Coming up, of course, the last match of this session. Paul Drinkhall of England for Team Rossi and Matthias Karlsson of Sweden. So a European match to look forward to. Still 11 and a bit minutes on the clock.
Szocs has done well in defence. Normally Pota's able to put the 3rd or 5th ball away in lots of her matches, the way she takes it so early. As the rally extends past 5 to 7 shots, you expect Szocs to be in front.
Oh, fast hands. Beautiful shot. And the trademark squeal from Bernadette Szocs. That really was beautifully done. Too fast for Pota. Has the serve here. For a quick towel down again, just a quick one. I want to get on and get going in T2, and this could go either way. Pota has come back in that first game but couldn't repeat the dose in the second game. Szocs looking as if she's growing in confidence. This is a great game. Stand and deliver, both of them.
It's a tough one to time, and a really good early block right back down the line from Pota. And that's just evidence that she's still thinking clearly, even although she's 2 points down.
Bit tentative return from Pota. She got punished for it. Well, Pota had no right to win that point, but she kept at it and forced the mistake. Took the edge, I think. Let's have a look at this again. No, it was flush on the table, but well placed. Good concentration from Pota. And all that, and she still loses the point.
5-7.
Well, less than 7 minutes on the clock as well, so not the fastest of games. She's only slight of frame, but goodness me, she's got power, hasn't she, Szocs? And she's got a chance to make it 2-1 in games here. Pota's just been overpowered in the last few points. And it's just gone wide. And yeah, it's advantage Szocs. She's come back from 1 down to lead 2-1 in this match. Also means there's a bit of a gap now between the two teams as well. A couple of points. So that's something to keep an eye on, of course, because we're heading towards that grand final in December. The date's in the middle of July, in August, September, October and November. We are, I can promise you, just getting started.
Feel here, if Pota's to win this 4th set though, it's nicely poised for the Drinkhall Karlsson finale.
Absolutely. It should be a good match come what may, shouldn't it? We're looking forward to that one. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. Really is some victory chance she has. Oh yes. Well, Szocs gave it everything with a forehand, and it came back with interest on the backhand of Pota.
Pota a little bit slow there to recover from that flick. And ball just following her back right into the middle as she recovered out from the table.
Well, be a bit careful here because Szocs can very easily pull out a lead. Does it very quickly. Great expression on her face. You certainly know how she's feeling. Nothing is held in check. Not perhaps the inscrutable nature of some of the Chinese players. What you see is what you get. From the Szocs, originally of Hungary, now a Romanian player.
An ugly chop block there that mixed up the rhythm, mixed up the pace, and won her the point.
Well, you taught me through that serve because I don't know what that did to Szocs, but it certainly worked.
Yeah, there was a lot of indecision there. If you can get the serve to land just on the white line or just after the white line, that creates the indecision in a player to basically do nothing.
Szocs has just got to compose herself a bit here. Almost everybody up on the Team Rossi bench. I notice Jorgen Oskov, the captain, is not on the comfy seat. He's on the bench with his team.
He's a hardened pro, that lad, isn't he?
He's the coach of Germany's men's team, and he does say his ambition is to beat China in a final. As is everybody else who's not Chinese, I imagine.
As long as Timo Boll sticks around, Germany still have a chance.
Slightly long face from Pota, but she's ahead in this match, playing this game. And it looks like this will be the last of our games. And remember, when the clock goes to 0, whoever's ahead will win this. So she just needs to keep her nose ahead. And that will certainly help.
And that's as animated as Georgina Pota gets there. There was a little fist there to the crowd. Good to see.
It's gone long, I think. Yes, it has, and that surely will do it. Take your time, Georgina, and you're home and dry here. We'll level it up. And that will do it. Thank you very much. Time runs out, and Pota is ahead by 9-7, and so she claws her way back into this match, and it's 2-2 at the end of the 24 minutes. What an enjoyable 24 minutes it was.
Yeah, superb. But Szocs looks gutted there because the $1,000 goes down the drain.
Surely it's not all about the money. Perhaps it is.
Now, what a spectacular match, especially 3 or 4 of the points that were played there that extended beyond 15-20 shots, and the way that these girls play as well, right off the bounce, high risk, really, really well played.
Just look at some of this play. Had a few forehand, backhand battles. And the concentration from Pota saw her through in that last game to draw level in the match. Really does celebrate each point she wins. Szocs. There you go, another one. And I think in the end, honours even was probably a fair enough result in this match. Certainly very entertaining.
So, Bernadette, it was a 2-all right there, and your opponent really fought very hard. And what was really going through your mind at that time? Because in the fourth one, it was very, very close.
Yes, I started really bad the match after I come back. And after I am leading 2-1, and 2-1, I wanted to play quickly for, I don't know, I missed some balls what normally should win. But I am hoping now the next match they will win. And
Absolutely. Well, the next match will be tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, we again will have another match for you. So obviously, you know, you have time to adjust yourself to the right position as far as other factors, everything. So it's really a new game for everybody. And Jürgen, right now, as I mentioned, your team is still leading 10-9.
Yeah, we're keeping the lead, yeah, so that's the goal, yeah. After this match also, if we're leading 12-11, I'm happy.
Well, then you have to have a discussion with Roscoe, Mr. Roscoe right there. But anyway, congratulations. So far, your team is still leading. All right, 10-9. Thank you. All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, Game 6. Last but not least, another showdown between the two teams. Stick around. We'll be back. Don't miss it. All right, folks. Last but not least, for the showdown between the two teams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the two players from each team here. One is, of course, Mattias Karlsson from Team Person. And the other player from Team Rossi, we have Paul Drinkhall. All right, gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Session. First day of T2 table tennis, and this is an interesting one between Mattias Karlsson and in the foreground, Paul Drinkhall. Sweden against England, Team Persson against Team Rossi, and you're going to see some interesting table tennis here and different types of styles as well. So Paul Drinkhall in the near of the shot, Mattias Karlsson in the far end there. And well, here is Paul Drinkhall, 6 times English champion, won the World Tour event at the Spanish Open in 2014. Only the second English player to do this. And so he is a man who has a certain amount of talent. The 27-year-old won bronze in the World Team Championships in Malaysia, here in Malaysia in 2016. Here's Mattias Karlsson. Now, he has an unusual style. He's got short pimples on the forehand side of the bat, and that's a style that mostly disappeared in the 90s, but we'll see him not putting so much spin on, but pushing the ball through.
Yeah, Mattias Karlsson, you'll see him hit a lot of ridiculous shots. You'll also see him miss quite a few high balls as well, because that's quite tough to use with the short pimple.
24 minutes on the clock, away we go. I think we're saying both these players go for broke, so you'll see some air shots, but you'll also see some crackers.
You know, for me, Paul Drinkhall, probably the most talented British player that I've ever seen and practiced with, so it's going to be interesting if he can play up to the level he can do. It could be a very, very close match.
Of course, you were practicing all last week with him, making sure he knew what the rules were. Oh, there's an example. Goodness me, what a backhand. Well, both these players have pulled out decent shots in the first 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know if Paul Drinkhall knows the word block, You know, it's either a ripping winner or a fresh-aired shot. That's just the way he plays, and it's spectacular to watch.
I was going to say, I tell you what, Mateusz Karlsson, I didn't know he was pulled up for not having it high enough, the ball, but he was also shielding it. Great shot though from the Swede. Just watch the hand on this serve. That's very borderline, isn't it? That's a great little push down the side from Drinkhall. We're having some great shots here. Well, toweling off after 6 points. The first 6 points hardly seems necessary, but gives us a chance to watch some of these fabulous shots. This is the little push.
It looked like he was going to the backhand corner there as well, with the way his angle of the racket was positioned.
Didn't need the spin, just needed the subterfuge. And he's taking a while to warm up, but he certainly is putting the shots in now.
The serve that looks like it's short, and it certainly isn't.
A little cry of despair from Drinkhall. He knew he got that one wrong.
And a lovely change of spin there from Karlsson, and it's that contrast between the backhand rubber that's got huge amounts of spin and the forehand rubber with absolutely zilch. Tough to play against.
Great return from Karlsson. That's hard to legislate for when you're facing him. Slapped it across the table as if he was just in a training jaunt. That was beautiful. It seemed effortless. It wasn't, but it did seem it.
There it is again. The floaty Joe, long serve.
The floaty Joe. Has he trademarked that, has he? We like the floaty Joe.
I want that serve. Can I buy that one, please?
I'll have 2 floaty Joes, please, and a backhand. Sounds like you're an ice cream fan. 5-7. Drinkhall trails, but it's a close one, this. Oh, yes. No, it took the side. We thought it took the edge. Then it hit the side. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, the wrong side to really see. Yeah, I think it's fair enough. Got to hit a bit of that white line. Would be a spectacular winner otherwise. Like you're saying, he doesn't really do blocking. That's better from the Englishman. A little bit wrong-footed, Drinkhall there. Tried to stretch and couldn't quite pull it off.
It's an unforced error from Karlsson. There's not often you see that. Wins the short game, in with a low spin, and it goes net off.
Still got the game points though. And it goes long. And so Mateusz Karlsson wraps up the first game. And we still have, what, about 18 minutes on the clock.
As we see some of these lovely highlights. Look at the spin Mattias Karlsson managed to generate there on his backhand. But these shots are only made difficult because he has the short pimple on his forehand. So you're doubting yourself, you're playing against no spin, and then you change wings and suddenly you're playing against a huge quantity of spin.
Karlsson then with the advantage in this match. The clock has kept running during that change. Raw from Drinkhall as he nails the forehand.
I would say Roscoff has told him to start noising the place up a bit, get the adrenaline pumping.
That was fast hands from Drinkhall, but even faster from the Swede. Lincoln, you missed this. Karlsson certainly cups that ball. He's right on the edge of legality with the serve, but he obviously knows that he's not going to get pulled up with it. And you can see the hand. Just ball is thrown up quite high, though. To be fair,
it's not just that. Sometimes that ball is actually dropping just behind his head as well. So there's the arm and the head slightly shielding the ball, but from the umpire's position, there's no way you can see that.
Much better from Drinkhall. Quick to the table, quick to counter. Oh yes, and again that backhand certainly cranking up on even Stevens in this second game.
And Karlsson just needs to tell himself, look, Drinkhall's going to play these fabulous points, but I've just got to stick in there. I've got to control the points that I can control, and these are the slower rallies. Don't touch in the net. Make sure when the ball comes half long that I make my spins on the table. Drinkhall's going to send a few rockets, so what?
Not quite a rocket, but it did the job. One to the body, courtesy of Karlsson. Just under 15 minutes of this game, this match rather, to go. As you say, he doesn't really wind up the topspin too much, does he? Just flaps it across. Just pulling ahead a little bit here. This is an excellent game though, it's very entertaining. That's some really good games.
That's what's super about table tennis, been able to play the game differently, so many styles.
Certainly these two guys, I think, suit T2 in that they're all out attack. Don't do a lot of blocking and waiting. Oh, it's a shame someone had to lose that. Always in trouble from early on, and it's not going the way of the Englishman at the moment. He knew the game was up there. Seconds, as we say, between the 2 points. What can Drinkhall do with his serve here?
And this is the thing, Drinkhall's serve has improved a lot in the last 2 or 3 years, but he still struggles to win 3 or 4 points directly a set from the serves.
Yeah, his points won on serve, 53%. Karlsson, 75%. Oh yes, played it clever, Drinkhall. Oh, they were punch for punch, weren't they? And then it just got a little bit cute from Drinkhall. The tennis drop shot, and Karlsson just not quite quick enough. Good comeback from Drinkhall. I think a timeout has been called. I saw a timeout being asked for by Jürgen Persson, team person, and it's a very sensible move as well.
Yeah, extremely sensible, because when Drinkhall starts to feel the game and get in that flow, he's very tough to beat. You sense that he's going to start playing well like that, yeah. Use your timeout. That's what it's there for. I'm sure Szocs there be telling Drinkhall to keep going for his shots, keep moving, trying to get his forehands in when he can.
If you look at the team scores as well, it's important that Drinkhall gets match for his team, Team Rossi. Not happy with his rhythm, Drinkhall, but the net court didn't help particularly. There's more game points now to make it 2-0 for Mathias Karlsson. That's not bad at all from Drinkhall, hanging in there. He's not happy with himself. We were watching this replay, he's just chucked his towel down fairly forcibly. He's a man fairly pumped up. He's played some decent shots, but Karlsson being cool and calm and collected. As you said before, playing the percentages really. And a chance to wrap up a second game here. Oh, got very lucky. Did Drinkhall.
No holding back, reverse chop serve, go for the crash flick. Why not?
Oh, great point from Mathias Karlsson. And Drinkhall couldn't quite pull off the comeback he was hoping for in that second game.
See though, in play there too many times, Drinkhall back from the table, and that's really tough against that short pimple when the guy's smashing at you. Mathias Karlsson improved massively in the last 12 months to get himself right up to the very top of the game. He was a player not so long ago, was outside the top 100 in the world, so he's done really well.
Certainly doesn't look like that at the moment here. Leading by 2-0. 10 minutes 33 seconds on the clock. We have a minute timeout after the second game. And that's a given, a compulsory. All good so far for Jürgen Persson and his charge Mathias Karlsson. Well, we should get at least 4 games in here before time runs out. Second time, says Paul Drinkhall, just a little.
Drinkhall very quick on the uptake there, just reminding the referee that that was the second time for the same thing of not throwing the ball up.
And gets the point. He's perfectly entitled to do that, isn't he? Just wonder if that got into his head a little bit there, the Swede Karlsson. We'll see. Rip-roaring backhand. Drinkhall did nothing wrong there. Just perhaps a little bit floaty.
Crazy backhand. Super play.
Taking a little bit of the net going through there. 3 apiece. Less than 9 minutes to go. Yeah, I think it did just take a bit of net on the way through, which put Karlsson off his stroke.
This scoring system gives us all hope, and even at 2 sets down here, if Paul Drinkhall's to steal this 3rd set, it might have a chance then in the kill zone to get back to 2 sets apiece. So very interesting.
And that's perhaps where you don't play the percentages. Did well, Drinkhall, because he was a little bit put off by the net cord. Drinkhall edges ahead. Everyone leapt off the bench of Team Rossi.
Again, an unforced error from the Swede.
And he, like you say, he's perhaps on a roll here, and there's no timeout to be played for the Swede. Little slap forehand, not giving Karlsson the time to react. 26-year-old Karlsson, 27-year-old Drinkhall. Prime of their playing careers, really. Drinkhall, of course, married to English player Joe Parker. They won the Commonwealth Games together. That's nice in 2014. Good to be able to do your day job together, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a spectacular final where they beat another English pairing of Liam Pitchford and Tintin Ho. So yeah, that was a big moment for the two of them.
Joe at home with the kids at the moment, doing the important work. Whilst he's enjoying himself in Malaysia. Well, it's never fair, is it? Yes, well, that was really dispatched, no doubt about that.
And because the last time Karlsson sent a rocket down the other flank, that's why Paul started to move to that side. So it's always a guessing game.
Nothing that can be done about that.
And it's a timeout from Jorg Roskopf, and rightly so, I think.
That's a great shot of the net cord. You just see just how much energy is taken out of the ball.
If you're slightly on your heel,
That's why it's called Team Rossi. We'll be asking questions later in our pub quiz. That might well be one of them.
And both players come bouncing back to the table, eager to get on with this.
Yeah, it's all part of the mind games. Yeah, so I'm really pumped up for this. Oh, you're really pumped up for it as well. Okay. A piece, very tight this, 5 minutes on the clock. Well, the team are doing everything to drag poor Drinkhall over the line here. Might have been our friend the fly again, you know. And whatever it was, it hasn't put Drinkhall off. Chance for a towel down, and then a chance to take this game. Could come back, and then of course 4 minutes or so to see if you can get over the line. Who's ahead at the end when it goes down to 0 the clock? So it could yet be 2-2. You never know, but conversely it could be 4-0, and that with 4.5 minutes left is quite some kind of quandary. Little look from Drinkhall to Roscoff, the captain, looking for a little bit of reassurance there, I'm sure. Still a chance to wrap this game up. That's the fly again, you know. He's hanging on the end of the table at the moment. Added complication for these guys. Good comeback, excellent from Karlsson. Well, next point wins it. We said it could be 2-all, it could be 4-0. It's just, who knows in this format of the game. Very exciting.
Well, he's had plenty of practice with these 10-alls over the last week. Here we go.
Oh, it's gone long. It's gone long, and his shoulders drop. He was in with a chance. He had 3 chances really to take the game, and in the end couldn't get over the line. There's 3 minutes left on the clock in our last match of the day, and can Drinkhall get onto the score sheet here? He knew he was in trouble at this point, having to stretch. Watch the face. Well, it's been tight. They've all been tight. Perhaps not the first one as much, but that's the margin. And he'll be disappointed because he's not played badly, but Karlsson, without absolutely bossing the last 2 games, has done enough. He looks determined, does Drinkhall, but the Swede looks very calm and collected here. Well, time is ticking and the score is adding up for Drinkhall. Little net cord there, leading the way. That's a great backhand return from Karlsson, and all of a sudden it's a lot closer. Minute to go in this match. Who will be ahead when we run out of time? He did enough just to get the ball over. going to be told to get a hurry on, and he's still toweling down whilst we're watching the last point.
Drinkhall's sensible about this, he'll just trot around.
Great point. Great point. Are we going to be heading for a tiebreaker? Sudden death point. It could be. Let's see. Tell you what, you better hurry up here, Mr. Karlsson. Four apiece. We're going to have a sudden death point here. Well, we did say it could have been 2-all, but it could very easily here be 4-0.
That would be cruel. That would be really, really cruel. Gutted in the last set from 10-8 up that he lost that one, so here we go.
Oh, and it has gone the way of the Swede. Well, what a heartbreaking moment for Drinkhall, but goodness me, it just shows what can happen in this game. It was a chance in the last game to make it 2-1 for Drinkhall. Didn't happen. Then he had a real good chance to get over the line here with time ticking down. Karlsson managed to absolutely hang on and then win that sudden death point. And well, for Drinkhall, regroup, come back again. Of course, another game tomorrow and the day after. And it was a great game, very entertaining as well, it has to be said. Neither of these two players willing to take prisoners.
I think it's great for them all, and you know, you can see here you have to value every single point, and when it gets to juice, you've got to hope over the whole season that you can start to win, you can start to learn how to win these big points for your team.
He's not the only one to have gone away with a 4-0 beating. It's happened twice before in the first session of today's first opening day of T2. But Karlsson just pulled some great shots out of the bag when he needed to. Excellent exhibition of table tennis from these two. It's gone the way of Karlsson, and it's also gone the way of Team Persson today as well.
All right. For me to be more aggressive, and I tried to, after I was down a little bit, I tried to first attack and then try to kill the ball.
Aggressiveness, definitely you demonstrated today on court, for sure. One thing I'd like to ask you to say is that probably your teammates there really played a role as well. Whenever you score the point, they would just, you know, they would just stand up and rooting for you completely. What would you say to them?
I have an amazing team, and thank you so much for the help. It was amazing to have this support in the back to play this match.
Wow, did you hear that, guys? 您听见了没有？这个小弟说是真的是你们帮了他大忙哈，真的是为他在加油呢。Well, Captain here, you must be pleased. Right now, 6 points ahead. I mean, this fellow right here scored 4 points in a row. What do you say about it?
I'm very happy for the team, and especially also for Matthias as coming in the last game and scoring 4 points. It's fantastic. But it's a team effort. Whole team was very strong today, and we really fight into the end. Yeah. So it was nice game, many good close matches. So we are happy to win.
All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are happy as well. Well, way to go. Tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Hopefully you will continue your momentum.
Yeah, tomorrow is a new day and new opportunities.
Indeed, indeed. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. All right. And at this moment, I guess we're going to also talk to the founder of our tournament. Right here, this is the result right here. Folks, let's check it out. And I'm with the founder of T2, Frank G right here. Frank, please take a seat, actually. Yes, well, really, this is fantastic. And of course, everybody together with you are here witnessing the inauguration of this tournament. 我们真是很开心哈，就是 Frank 跟我们一起在这里，这个季先生呢 看到了这样的一个 T2 这样的 tournament T2 这样的赛事的诞生。整个第一天的比赛已经结束了。您怎么来评判今天的这个走势？包括您是不是感到这是一个您自己预期的一个结果？
今天总的感觉还是不错的，因为我们第一次做直播，那么整个画面质量，包括我们传递的内容啊，我都总体上表示满意。那么基本上把 T2 的想把表达的这种体育加娱乐的这个概念呢，就是传递出来，总体上还是比较满意。当然还有很多细节需要改进，我相信就是下面会越来越把它改进好吧。
所谓渐入佳境，这是大家所希望看到的。季总，从这个我们很多人的角度来讲，大家都非常好奇哈，这是 T2 是一个新的赛制，新的赛事。您作为这个赛事本身的创始投资者等等，您的初衷是什么？能不能跟我们分享一下？简短的给我们来讲讲您的当时的想法。
因为我的想法呢，我觉得就是乒乓球是一项非常好的一项体育运动，但是呢，因为它呢就是相对比较传统，那么我觉得呢，应该我们把这个产品呢，应该做一个重新的设计，所以呢，我们这次推出了一个全新的 T2 的一个赛制。那么主要是一个呢，从转播的角度；第二个呢，从这个比赛的结果的能够不确定性，更加增加这个比赛的这个悬念。所以呢，主要是从这方面来考虑的。
说到悬念，说到这个不确定性，确实我们可以看到这个险象环生在整个的比赛过程中，而且是真的是有很多的这种不确定的因素，让比赛会出现大逆转等等哈。您觉得这是不是一个乒乓球也是爱好者和其他的这个喜欢这样运动的人希望看到的一个走势，让乒乓球更加的多元化，更加的有娱乐性，使乒乓球的发展能够更加的长盛，更加的有可以说是长期的一个未来呢？
是的。其实我们 T2 的理念呢，就是想把这种体育加娱乐这个内容呢进行合并，那么让这个乒乓球运动呢更加年轻化，能够让更多的年轻人来参与这项非常有意义的活动。那么当然这个需要商业的一些助推，所以呢我们要把这个产品呢要设计的更有商业性。那么其实也这个 T2 呢，其实真正我们是把它做一个B2C 的概念，我们把这个产品通过电视广播，通过我们的新媒体传递到我们的乒乓消费者这个手上去，让他们真正直接能够感受到这个乒乓运动的消费，观看我们的比赛。
All right, Frank G, thank you very much indeed for sharing your input with us. And once again, Frank G, rather, founder of T2. Thank you. 谢谢季总。
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay, folks, really that wraps up day 1 action on court. Actually, day 2 and day 3 still promise to be an exciting tournament ahead. Let's check it out. Day 2 action right here. We have Team Mays versus Team Rossi. Wow, what a showdown there to look forward to. And of course, Jiang Jialiang, a legendary player, now a coach here. Team JJ, led by him, will take on Team Person. Another showdown in the evening session. So don't miss it for day 2 action. A lot of things are still going to unfold down the line, and try to be with us as much as you can. All right, we have so much to look forward to. Thank you once again very much indeed for being with us. Hopefully we'll see you on day 2 for the action. Take care. Bye for now.